Guys, leave Kristen Stewart alone. Seriously. I'm so sick of watching and reading about all these Twilight fans who are angry at Kristen Stewart for not worshipping Twilight and them for making her career. I mean, I see people saying about how she was a terrible Bella, how she was so emotionless and dead, but that's not her fault. You know, she's an actress. She's supposed to be playing a character, right? But Bella was written by Stephanie Meyer so that the reader could just become her. She has no real direct personality. I mean, all her qualities are very ambiguous, so she's not like any really stationary character. You can basically become her in the book. And when you're trying to act, you're not supposed to play yourself unless you're doing an autobiography, which I don't think anyone would ever do. But she's supposed to be playing a person. You cannot play a person that has no personality. And that's why she's so emotionless and dead. She has nothing really to do. Unless she didn't read the book, so she has no connection with Bella. She doesn't really seem that interested in Twilight for her to really be like, I love this character, I love everything. It's not like that, because she's the total opposite of Bella in real life. And so, she would play the role better if she had more to work with. And as for the whole thing of how Twilight made her, she had plenty of movies before this. Just because it was outside of your little bubble of movie that you watch does not mean she didn't have a career before Twilight. And will probably have one after Twilight that's even better. Because, quite frankly, I think she and most of the cast know that most people watching this movie are only watching it as an adaptation of a book series that they like. I mean, you're not watching it for quality, because I saw the Twilight movie, and I honestly can say that if I was a Twilight fan, I would have been extremely offended by that movie. It was a bad adaptation. It was just everything was done so half-assed, and you could really tell that it was. I mean, if you compare the first Harry Potter movie and the first Twilight movie, there's like a huge difference in terms of quality all around, in terms of acting, special effects, and just casting in general. Like, you have even Harry Potter, who had like 3 child actors who had basically done nothing before that, still had more emotion and more passion, even though they weren't that great, than Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, you know? I think the kids actually enjoyed their role, whereas Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson are kind of getting annoyed. Because you guys are like fawning over them, especially Robert Pattinson. I mean, half of you could give a damn about Bella and what she does. I mean, honestly, a lot of Twilight fans watch it for Edward just in general. So you're not really going to be like all gaga for Bella. You want to be Bella. That's how a lot of fans are. They see themselves as Bella put into the book, and they fall in love with Edward through her. And so you're probably not going to be happy with any interpretation of Bella. She's either going to be too pretty for you, not pretty enough, too emotional, not emotional enough. And so you're just not going to be satisfied. But Kristen Stewart, she's doing this for the money. And you cannot get mad at her for that, because this is a job for her. And if she's going to make money off of it, so be it. And if you don't like her acting, don't see the movies. Do not support it. You can watch it other places. You can buy it on DVD later. But if you don't like the acting, you don't like the quality, and you don't like the way the direction is going, don't see the movie. I keep telling people who get upset over adaptations of their stuff being crappy, I'm like, then why'd you go see it if you knew it was going to suck? Seriously. That's why I'm not seeing a lot of adaptations of books anymore, because it's never as good as the book, number one. But if it's really, really bad, then I refuse to see it. And I'm telling you, New Moon is not going to be any better. It's just not. They're being made too closely together, and they say about how the excuse is because they don't want the characters to age. They're not going to age that rapidly. I mean, they're already past puberty. They're not going to shoot up like 20 feet. The quality is not going to get any better. If anything, it's going to either stay the same or slightly improve, but it's not going to be like extremely much better, because Summit knows they will make a huge profit off of this movie with minimal quality. They've already done it. They know that you guys will run to the theaters to flock to see Robert Pattinson and be all fangirly, even if the movie is going to be bad. So why do they have to work hard to make it even better? Why does Kristen have to work any harder if you're going to see the movie regardless? So I've been trying to tell people, if you know it's not going to be good and they're not respecting what you like, as a fan, you have the right to not see this and not support this. And if anyone tells you less of a fan for not liking it, then they can just tell them to go screw themselves. But I'm not saying to attack Kristen Stewart. because she is just an actress doing her job, and it's not her job to be harassed by fans who don't think that she's good enough to play a role. It's really not. It's not fair, and you guys are acting as though, you know, she's supposed to care what all of you think about her. She's a human being, you know. She has feelings, and how do you think it feels to have people calling her a bitch and everything because she smokes or because she doesn't like Twilight or Bella or anything? It's her job. She's gonna do her job, and if you have a problem with that, just don't see the movie. But don't bash her and call her names and act as though you're responsible for making her career, because you're not. She was in movies before Twilight, and Twilight is not even the best movie she ever did. It's just the most popular, and that doesn't have anything to do with quality. So leave Kristen Stewart alone. I like to speak. It was okay. Book was better.